Fuck you, Mr. President. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I know full well just who I am saying this to and the power of your position, the President of the United States. It's funny what sets people off, isn't it? What provides that trigger, the final straw that breaks the back. And I have reached mine with you, sir. You have finally crossed the line. With my profane proclamation, you might think I have finally had enough with all the corruption, the untold number of bald-faced lies, the ineptitude, the secrecy, or the complete and utter disregard for the laws of a country once filled with promise and endless potential. But you would be wrong. Perhaps it's the endless war, the staggering debt, prices increasing while wages are decreasing, or that the inequality between rich and poor, the haves and the have-nots, has by leaps and bounds reached a level never before seen in the history of the civilized world. But again, no. Or you could even surmise that I am simply fed up with this totally bogus idea that we the people have any real choice in our leadership, because regardless of party affiliation, what is ultimately elected, like you, Mr. President, is just a puppet for the true rulers of this nation, our owners, the big club, the global elite, the 1% of the 1%. Great guess, but sorry. Wrong again. No, my fuck you, my contempt for you, Mr. President, Mr. Obama, sir, comes from a much different place. Real quick, before I tell you that place, a few numbers. Now, unlike many of your adversaries, I understand what you inherited back in 2008. And that was essentially like one of those flaming bags of shit a prankster will leave at your door, ring the bell, and then run off. You answered the door, but instead of getting some water, you grabbed the gasoline can. What I really can't understand is why you then also pulled your pants down and, well, added to the pile. However, just since you have taken office, some 18 million foreclosures have occurred. That's 18 million families losing their homes. There's almost 93 million working-age Americans that are not in the workforce. There are nearly 50 million Americans receiving food stamps. And there are 2.5 million children in America that are homeless. Homeless children! Up 1 million since 2008. The national debt has increased $10 trillion, while our debt to GDP is up by 30%. Home ownership rates have fallen, and real wages have fallen, but student debt and the number of Americans living paycheck to paycheck have both risen dramatically. So I again will concede that you are left with a country barreling towards the edge of a cliff. Your response has been throwing down a banana peel. And let me assure you, Mr. President, I'm only scratching the surface here. And I could continue ad nauseum. However, I believe that there is more than enough to establish the grounds for my crass charge. My fuck you, Mr. President. You see, with those numbers in mind, with the country literally dangling by a thread, I read today that your upcoming vacation to the Vineyard will cost $12 million. $12 million? 12 million fucking fucking dollars. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course, I know you're not. Fuck you, Mr. President. At a time of untold debt, inequality, unemployment, homelessness, and all around just shitty economy for pretty much everyone your entire presidency, you have the balls, the ego, the arrogance to go and spend $12 million of our fucking dollars on 2 fucking weeks vacation? Well, fuck you, Mr. President. Fuck you and the string you rode in on. What up, freaks? Thanks for watching. Hey, want to know how you can help us here in the front row? Well, here's a few ways. First, start by clicking the subscribe button. That would be awesome. Secondly, if you like this video, please share it with all the freaks in your life. And lastly, every Monday night, 8:30 p.m., head on over to frontrowwiththefreakshow.com for the live streaming podcast of The Front Row with the Freak Show. All right, peace.
Fall into frustration again.